Come learn. Read the flyer. All right. Listen. There's war being waged on the minds of our people. Guess what? To think that this man is Christ, that is a lie. And under this image comes what? Slavery. Of drugs. Ronald Reagan era. You see what I'm saying? Sex trafficking to our black sisters. Lies in our school. Those things come under this image right here. The heathen. Anyone not on this sign, they put their faces there to lie to you. Brother V, what grade are you in, Brother V? Senior in high school? Did you learn anything about the slave trade? Whoa. Brother JT, did you learn anything about the slave trade? Your father is black. How did we get to America? Your father is African American. You don't know what happened in the slave trade? You see what I'm saying? There's a war against your mind. They want you to forget. In Florida right now, what do they call it? Critical race theory? They want to erase the history of slavery so you forget. Who put you in slavery? You're going to forget. The same man who lied to you about Christ is going to say, guess what? We never put you in chains. We didn't do this right here to you. Look at this. We didn't do this to your fathers. That's what they're trying to do to your mind, JT. And guess what? We have the greatest weapon on earth. The greatest book of knowledge, better than any textbook, Brother V, is right here in our hands today. Give me that Deuteronomy 28:15. I'm going to show you why it's the greatest weapon on earth. Because we are restoring the minds of our people. If you knew that you were a prince that had power with God, you would walk a certain way. You would talk a certain way. You wouldn't have boyfriend and girlfriend type stuff. You would marry a woman. How old are you? 17. You won't be promiscuous. I know both y'all looking at women right now. I know you're doing your thing. Guess what? I was there at one time, but guess what? I learned the Bible and got married. That is not how a king moves. Watch this, JT.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Guess what? God told the children of Israel. Read that Deuteronomy 1:1. We got to figure out, because you look, I know you're a critical thinker. I can tell by the way you look, right? Not another offense, but you look smart, right? You both look smart. Y'all educated. So let's go back and think critically. Who is Moses talking to? This is Deuteronomy, the 5th book of Moses. Who is being addressed? Guess what?
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Now you saw yourself on the sign, right? It says Moses is speaking to all Israel. You, Brother V, you, Brother JT, your ancestors is who Moses was talking to. Guess what? This is your family photo album. Because guess what? If we don't know what happened when slavery happened, we don't know nothing about slavery, where is our history? How do we know who we are? Where do we come from? Guess what? They're trying to remove that. Alright? Give me verse 16. So Moses said, if the children of Israel don't listen to God's commandments, bad things will happen. A curse, right? That's a bad thing, right? Let me show you some of these bad things that happen to these people on that sign. And I want you, Brother V, because like I said, you're a smart brother. I want you to tell me who on earth this is talking about, all right? You ready? You sure? Pay attention, you ready? I want y'all to tell me, I'm gonna read the words, I want you to tell me who is it happening to. Black, white, Chinese, all right? Ready? Watch this. Give me the first one.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. First shalt thou be in the city, and first shalt thou be in the field.
First shalt thou be in the city. The city of San Diego. What population of people are the most impoverished? Black and Hispanic, right? Does that happen to white people?
Yeah, I already know about
Does that happen to Chinese? Does that happen to Arabs? Who's talking about? You, black people. That's in the Bible. It says that the so-called black man, Hispanic man will be cursed in the city and the field. What is the field, JT? How are we cursed in the field? What field? Say it again? Cotton fields. Very good, bro. I knew you were smart. I knew it, but I could tell. Look, guess what? Our people were prophesied to be cursed in the cities they live in with the worst communities. Rape, rob, murder, crime, gang infestation, prostitution is happening in your communities. See what I'm saying? It's in the Bible. This doesn't fit white people. It doesn't fit Chinese people. It doesn't fit Arab people. It fits you. So it will behoove you to pay attention. What else?
Verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be.
Verse 32. Come on.
Verse 32.
Watch this.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and bear with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand.
Wow, so your sons and daughters shall be given to another people, and you will have no might to get them back. What does that sound like? Is that babysitting? You sure? You had no might to get it from babysitter? No. It's talking about slavery. In slavery, our children were ripped from us and given to different plantations. I'm going to teach you about slavery since they tell you in school. Guess what? In slavery, Brother V, if you had a son, if they put you on a slave auction block and said, you know what? I want the son, I want the son, but not the dad. Guess what? It's over. No matter if the child is 10 years old, 17 years old, you'll never see that child again. Guess what? Was that talking about white people? No. Chinese people? Arabs? Black people talking about us again. That's 2 verses, 100% talking about you. Right? Let's read some more. Also today, right here, right here, CPS, Child Protective Services. What happens when they come in your house? They say you're unfit. They take your children and put them in foster care. Some of us have went through that same system and end up in prison. Foster care, that's another way of taking our children from us. You understand that? It can happen to you. How old are you? Guess you over the age now, but guess what? If they found your mother unfit, you'll be ripped away. And most likely you have to fight years and years to get that child back. It's still happening to your people. Keep going.
Verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall thy nation which thou knowest not eat up.
What's your father's race? Your father's white? Alright, guess what? If you're an Israelite, right? If you see yourself on the sign, you're researching history. You may not be. Alright? Guess what? In the so-called Mexicans, right? The conquistadors came and raped, robbed, and pillaged all the goods from those from Mexico. Everywhere. South America, they raped and pillaged everything. So guess what? Not only talking about black people, it's talking about our brothers and sisters, our brown brothers and sisters, we're all the same. Same oppressor, same country, same destination, America. Read it one more time.
Verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Right, so that's what happened. Pillage everything. Christian Columbus has a holiday. Despite the so-called Hispanic man, they have a holiday for that man. He did monstrous things to our people. So guess what? Black and Hispanics, we're all the same. Same oppressors. Go to verse 48. Now guess what? I got a question for you, JT. How did black people get to America? When we walked from Africa to America? They brought us here how? Oh, you do know slavery. Okay, good. A little bit, right? Good. That's all you need to know. I'm gonna show you something. So the last few verses we agreed, it's talking about these people. Look at this side. Come here, watch this. Look, because the thing is, right? You'll see different shades, but guess what? It's all the same oppression. Guess what? In America, African Americans, same treatment. Puerto Rico, same treatment. I've been to Puerto Rico many times. Same thing. See what I'm saying? Anyway, Jamaica, that's where my parents are from, the area. Same thing. We're all at the bottom. So watch this.
See that picture at the top?
Yeah, you said slave ships, right? Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So remember, Moses is talking to these people right here, my brother, with the hat. Come with the shades. Come here. Moses is talking to these people right here. Do you see yourself on this sign? Where would you be at? Where's your father? Where's your family from? Mexico. Good. You'll be Issachar.
Yes, right.
Issachar. That's where your family is from. So guess what? You believe in the Bible at all? You ever read the Bible? Guess what? Moses is addressing the so-called Mexicans today. I'm going to prove it to you. He's addressing the so-called black man today. Watch this. Read it one more time.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the Israelites, they walked out of Egypt the first time. Moses said, if you don't keep the commandments, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, the basic commandments, right? If you don't do those things, guess what? I'm going to bring you back into Egypt. What is Egypt? Read it.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2.
What does Egypt mean?
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt, my brothers and sisters, a lot of our brothers and sisters are into Egyptology. It represents slavery. We were not kings and pharaohs in Egypt. We were not Queen Nefertiti. No, we were slaves, getting our butts beaten in Egypt. We were getting our backs whipped in Egypt, just like today in America. We were never Egyptians. We were the slaves in Egypt. So Moses said, if the children of Israel, the people on this side, don't keep his commandments, they will go back into slavery, back into the house of bondage. Guess what? America is the house of bondage today.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.